Viewer discretion advised. This video contains spoilers.
$12 midnight.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Hello everyone and welcome to my freak show. If you're new, I am Mary Girl Moody, author, mother, wife, theorist, and AHS lover. And if you're returning, welcome back guys. I missed all of you and hope you're doing well. Now this video is brought to you by my awesome patrons. Become a member for only $1 and earn exclusive rewards to my posts and videos. Thank you so much to Debbie Ebby Babebby for being a long-time patron. You are awesome, girl. I love ya. Now this episode centered around 4 victims. Sorry. I mean young ladies. Now they're bright little high school whippersnappers with big dreams. Now each girl has a desire deep down inside themselves, but without much means to make it happen. So they do, basically what everyone does when they want something. They call Bloody Mary. However, they don't expect that Mary's gonna want something back in return for granting their wish, and each girl is required to fulfill Mary's requirements or else. Now Lena is a cheerleader, and she wants to be cheer captain. To be cheer captain though, Bloody Mary requires her to drop her rival as an accident. Bianca is the smart one because basically she was against this whole thing from the start. Her dream is to go to Yale University, and Bloody Mary will grant her wish if Bianca falsely accuses her counselor of doing things that a counselor shouldn't. Now, Elise is the older sister to Bianca and keeps her protected from their abusive mother. And we don't know really much about Elise except that, she takes care of Bianca and is a teenager with way too many adult responsibilities. It's absolutely unfair. Then there's Maggie, who's thirsty for her ex-boyfriend, River. And guys, she's in pure dehydration mode in this episode. Her wish is to have River, so Bloody Mary tells Maggie to post nude pics of his current girlfriend online. Now, at this point though, when we come to kind of the middle of the episode, Lena does not hurt her rival, so she ends up 6 feet under without her eyes. Maggie decides to fulfill Bloody Mary's request and tries to post a video of River's girlfriend in flagrante delicto with another guy. One thing I do have to note is that when I rewatched this scene, it wasn't clear if Maggie actually posted the video or not. However, Maggie ends up 6 feet under, nay her eyes too, so we know that she didn't post the video. Meanwhile, Elise has been researching Bloody Mary's origin and discovered if they want to stop her, they must stabby stab Bloody Mary in the mirror with the dagger that she used to murder Miss Worth, and we'll get to that in just a moment. And then, after they do that, everything should stop. Aw, how nice. Elise takes Bianca to the Worth house, and there's mirrors everywhere. Clearly, this is Bloody Mary's turf. Elise calls Bloody Mary in one of the mirrors, and we discover that Elise isn't there to kill anyone except her sister. Now, on the night that the girls called Bloody Mary, she promised Elise the world if she would bring her dagger and the blood of 3 innocent people so Bloody Mary could be set free. So it was Elise that killed Elena and Maggie. It was Elise that got the knife. And now it's Elise who's going to take out her own sister to fulfill Mary's requirements. Now, in self-defense, Bianca gets the upper hand and takes out her own sister, sadly. And, she decides the suffering has to end. So Bianca she cuts her own hand and she pours her blood into the jar that had the blood of the innocents and hands it to Bloody Mary. Now, real quick, I just have to say, so Bianca just cut her hand, bled into a jar, and that constituted as the blood of an innocent? Why the fuck did Elise kill Lena and Maggie? I mean, she could have lured them to a freaking blood drive, or made up a story about how something in their blood might be the answer to ending Mary, so Elise can get their blood. I mean, why did she kill them? Did she misinterpret Bloody Mary's demands? I mean, did she just take it too far? I think we can assume basically that Elise had it in her to murder in order to make her dreams come true, which makes her character even more strange and simply chilling, especially after she worked so hard to take care of her baby sister and take her mother's abuse. I mean, wow. So Bianca sets Bloody Mary free while being trapped inside the mirror herself. And the episode ends with Bianca becoming the new Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary's backstory was so interesting. She was once a slave with a small son who thought they found salvation at Margaret Worth's property. But Worth was a demented woman who loved to torture the people who sought refuge at her home. And sometimes she would either just torture them or she would sell them back to slave owners. And when tied and taken from her son, Mary sees her own reflection in the mirror and remembers that she is a high servant of Mami Wata. Yes, guys, Mami Wata is absolutely real. You can go check her out online and get the backstory if you would like, but I thought it was awesome how they included that in the show. Now, Mary called on her for help, but Mami Wata got really angry when Mary went mad and killed everyone. She didn't get justice. She got vengeance. And then after that, Mary was basically marked with a scarlet A and then placed in the mirror as punishment from Mami Wata. But she was set free and let into the world. So, I wonder what she's going to do, guys. Like, what kind of job is she going to get? Is she going to get an apartment? What kind of closet is she going to have? I would really like to know what happens to this woman after she got out of the mirror, especially when she comes into a world of, 2020, when it is vastly different than the time when she went in. So it would be really nice to see what happens to Mary after she got out of the mirror. And I hope that they do actually try to put that out in an episode. Overall, this episode was pretty decent. I enjoyed the cast because I love episodes starring strong Black young females, and it's a rare event for the show to center their storyline around them. Dominique Jackson was spectacular as Bloody Mary, and her presence is probably why I enjoyed the episode so much. The cast was a great group of young actors that made the episode feel genuine. And the show that features a couple of people going into the woods to get killed is definitely my cup of tea. Besides, that twist was pretty nice. I knew something was off about Elise when she didn't tell the girls about her interaction with Bloody Mary, when clearly the others were so open about talking about it. I assumed that would be the twist. I rewatched this episode knowing Elise is trying to find the dagger and killing her friends at the same time, and it definitely made for one heck of a viewing. I love it when the show does that, like the way that it did with Drive. You watch the episode once and then you rewatch it with the twist in mind. I got chills knowing Elise conspired against her friends and her own baby sister just to fulfill her own dreams, just like the way that, Marcy did her own thing and was the serial killer. Now, I give this episode a grand total of 8 for its good story, twist, characters, and of course, Dominique Jackson. I guess if we rate this episode on Dominique alone, it would be a perfect 10. But be that as it may, it's an 8. So guys, what did you rate this episode? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. If you're still hungry after this episode review, you can snack on my AHS theory videos. I have over 50 videos, so there's plenty to binge. And if you're interested, stay tuned till after the episode review for a special parody starring me and Dominic Jackson. Till next time, thank you all so much for watching, and beware of sexy scathach.
Beware of sexy scathach.
Oh, Bianca. Guys, am I the only one who noticed that if Bianca would have done nothing and just been killed, it would have been Elise in the mirror instead of her? All she had to do was just die. So I guess it was death or be Bloody Mary. What do you think you'd choose?
12 o'clock midnight.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
If you obey me, you shall have your wish.
Whoa, hey. Hello, it's Mary Girl Moody, remember me? I called on you like after season 6, I think, and I asked you for a really great season of AHS, and you said that if I made a shit ton of theory videos that you'd make it happen for me, and I did, but you didn't come through on your end, so like, what's the deal?
Perhaps you have forgotten season 9, 1984.
Yeah, okay, you got me there. I did like 1984. But, if you remember correctly, I asked you for a great season of AHS. Something fantastic, something that had great twists that would snatch my weave, incredible characters, and even something that was so fantastic that the haters and the critics of the show would shut the fuck up. You promised me something with panache.
I can grant you the wish you require. All I need is some...
Clear your throat. Lubricate. Now read that bitch.
I also want Ryan and Brad to write the entire season 11. After all, it is the least you could do for me after what you did to me with season 10.
I got you good with that one.
You done? Good.
The look on your face when Doris didn't get justice. That was funny. It really was. It was fun. You know you mad, girl.
Okay, great. Let's focus back on me. Are you gonna help me or not?
Can you pay my price?
Perhaps. I mean, I guess it depends on your price.
The heart of Debbie Ebby Babebby.
Okay, wait a second. What the fuck did Debbie do?
The better question is, what hasn't she done? You have until midnight to obey my instructions.
Or what, huh? You gonna kill me? You gonna hurt me? I mean, after all, you are just a woman in a mirror.
I'll do worse than that. I'll make season 11 revolve around Murder House.
Oh God, no. No. Anything but that. Please, no.
Yes, I'll make Ryan and Brad come up with new ghosts.
No.
New stories that have no bearing with the original storyline. I shall bring back Tate and Violet to squander half of the storyline on them. And you will never see your precious Constance Langdon again.
Okay, so you're telling me that unless I bring you the heart of Debbie Abiba Bebby, you're basically going to give us Murder House again for season 11?
When they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I think Debbie's going to understand.
Hey kids, who wants to help Mom with her alibi?